Hey everybody, welcome to Matt Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Andrew Zarian. I'm joined by, voted the cutest boy in Germany in 1987, Rich Stambolian.
Yes. I went there to collect that award.
How'd it go?
It went pretty well. They tried to strap me into some lederhosen.
you were not having
I ran away. I skateboarded out of there like Bart Simpson.
Guys, this is our 500th episode of the show. We probably would have more if we did it every week.
I mean, we're here now.
But we're here. 500
now.
episodes of Matt Men. MG worked on a video. A lot of you guys submitted videos. We're going to go right into the video, and then we'll go into everything about professional wrestling. MG, go into the video.
Hit it.
I need to figure out how to start it from the beginning.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
You know what's funny?
And you know what? In typical show fashion.
You know what's funny? I spilled water on myself, but somehow that water ended up on MG's keyboard. and he started shorting out. It was just like, wow, where does water come from?
Okay. Let's now figure out how you could start this from...
He's dripping.
From the beginning.
I knew there was going to be an issue because this morning in the group chat, he goes, I think I got it figured out. And whenever he says that, whenever he says that, oh, it's like an episode of Lucy.
Yeah.
MG's Lucy. MG, you're Lucy. You always want to be in the show, and we're collectively Ricky. Right. Just try to babaloo your ass
what?
out.
Just play it. Just play it.
Yeah.
Just play it.
Play it.
Okay.
Play it from the beginning.
Here we go. Hold on. He did something weird here where he overlaid it on top of us.
You got it?
All right.
Hello, Matt Men. I know that these videos are usually an opportunity to clown on you publicly, and I feel like I get enough of that throughout the week. So this time around, I wanted to give you a very sincere congratulations on 500 episodes. Congrats to the whole team, Andrew, Rich, Jonathan, MG, Suncast, everyone that's involved behind the scenes. For everyone who's watching, they are the same in person as they are on the show, for better or for worse, but they are genuine. So thank you for that. Thanks for including me, and thanks for moments like this.
I love Alex. He's the best.
I got a question.
10 out of 10.
I love Alex too.
Love you guys, and here's to 500 more.
Rich and Andrew bring amazing wrestling news, amazing wrestling perspectives with every single episode. And I know for me, they're one of the preeminent voices in the business as a wrestling fan. You feel the excitement, you feel the love, even when it calls for being constructive with Matt Men. It's a great show, two great people behind it, and I know from my own interactions that these are folks that don't just love wrestling, they love storytelling, they love excitement, they love adventure, and it's no surprise they've reached 500 episodes, but listen, that is still a huge, huge milestone for me, and hopefully for everyone who's been listening. If you haven't been, get on it, get with it. One of, as I said, the preeminent wrestling podcast, and listen, I just can't wait for the next 500.
This is Mark from Fort Worth, Texas, aka Bevo Austin, Texas on Twitter, and I wanted to send you a congratulatory message on your 500th episode. What a great achievement that is, especially in podcast standards. I wanted to say that the last 2.5+ years that I have been watching and listening to y'all has been a great, joyous, wonderful time. 2 years ago was one of the toughest years of my life. My brother passed away from cancer that year, but something y'all weren't aware of is the unfortunate bouts with COVID, the unfortunate passing of one of our animals, as well as the unfortunate news that my wife and I lost a child. But the brightness that came out of it was your podcast helped me mentally, emotionally, physically to get out of all those quote unquote doldrums. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart that your wrestling insight, your comedy quips, and your personal stories that you share yourselves are unlike any podcast I know that most hosts won't do with their listeners. And I just wanted to say how appreciative I am of you both, and thank you so very, very much for giving us what you give us. And on a kind of comedic note, Jonathan and MG Geek, you guys are pretty cool too. Anyway, congratulations again, and onwards we go to another 500. Love you, boys.
We actually made 500 episodes. How the hell did that happen? But I guess, cool. I got to be part of it. All these years. It's been 8 years since I've been affiliated with Matmen in some sort of unofficial capacity, one way or the other. And I gotta say, I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I love hanging out each week, and I'm glad to call you guys friends. I'm sure it didn't start out that way. And let's even go back. 2017, we are doing a Google Hangout where just a bunch of us were hanging out, watching the show, talking through the show. And some random dude, I guess, shows up with nipple clamps, twanging his instrument for all of us to see. Fast forward a few months later, Andrew probably regrets this now, but he asked me to be part of the part of his watch along, and the rest is history. I never went away, and that led to me doing notes. That led to me learning the production and helping out on the back end, which leads us to where we are today. So, having said that, thanks guys for everything. Here's to another hundreds of episodes.
Hundreds? MG, first off, why do you trust me with your videos like I ain't gonna throw Enzo Amore all over it? Number two, y'all boys know how much I love y'all. I don't gotta say it. We'll keep this nice, short, and sweet. Started out just taking my vitamins in LA, making photoshops for some watch-alongs. It was fun. It was a good time. Much like MG, y'all changed my life by inviting me on, and I will be eternally grateful. I love y'all to death. I hope we could do 500 more, but your boy's tired.
You fucks really made 500 episodes? What the goddamn hell's that? How did this happen? I was so glad when you left Wrestling Observer. You were just too positive. But hey, where's Denise? Anyway, I'm gonna go listen to some JD from New York now. Good riddance.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's me, Rich. Congrats on 5 horny episodes. 500 episodes.
So that was incredible.
That was great. You're also missing 2 videos. Andrew Badela sent us a video, a very sweet video that you forgot to put in there. What happened? Kyle sent us a video. What happened with that one? Oh, guys, this is a sinking fucking ship.
That was great. That was incredible. Really, like we do this thing, and we've done it for so long, and you don't. I always enjoy, like, this is therapy for me. That's how I always see it. I've always said that this is my therapy. This is how I get to have my release in my insane life. Yes. And we've done this for so long. We started to, Jonathan is dying as I'm saying that. We've done this for so long that not only do we have amazing people in the community, I mean, Alex is incredible. That video from Mark was just, I have no words. Yeah. Yeah. And then on the other side, even Hezbollah made a video for us. Yeah. I think it's incredible. I love doing this each and every week. Yeah. Sometimes we can't make it because we're very busy, but dude, there's no better joy than this. Like, really, this is like the best. High five.
This is was a terrible high five. High five. Let's get it. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That transition, Jonathan, fantastic.
That was fantastic. Thank you, Jonathan.
You also look like X-Pac in that video.
Straight up X-Pac and all over the place. That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much for submitting those videos. Sorry that for some reason a few of them were left out, guys. But maybe we can put that on somewhere else on our channel.
Also, you know what? We could put up the video and then re-edit it and lower that volume a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think you guys need to tweak it a little bit.
But that was perfect.
Let's pump the water out of this sinking ship, please.
Please.
Love you guys. Love all you out there, too.
It was a last-minute thing.
Guys, let's take a look at the last 500 episodes.
Hold on. Let me cue it up. Hold on. We're going to play him. That was a good one.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a great video, MJ. Fantastic video. I hope each of you, everybody out there enjoyed it.
So stupid.
Let's talk about professional wrestling.
Let's get into it.
A lot of news here. You want to start the news, Rich?
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, Sika Anoi passed away this week. He's Roman Reigns' father and one half of the Wild Samoans. They held the WWF tag titles 3 times.
Yep.
And were inducted in 2007 into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Roman had a good statement. My family and I thank everyone for the outpouring support in the name of my father. He wrote this very nice post on Twitter. I'm sure it's on Instagram too. Legendary name, and that family continues to dominate professional wrestling all those years. The WWF really is like the Samoan territory, if you think about it. Everybody's come through there, and more are coming in.
Yeah, dude. This is wild too, and especially since we titled our episode this. Like, you get that new Bloodline. We're gonna go into it later, but man, it's fantastic. WWE has really cornered the market on Samoans.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Hang on.
Unbelievable.
I just got a text from Drew saying,
okay. Where's my effing video?
Now we got heat. Sorry, dude.
Got to get him a beer now.
Yeah, MG and Jonathan, you owe this man a beer.
Yeah. I got it. Dijak is departing from WWE as his contract was not renewed. He revealed on social media, he made a nice post where he kind of wrote out everything, essentially saying how they just had no interest in him.
Wild, huh?
And he had all these bangers in NXT, and they congratulated him each and every time, and then there was nothing.
Okay. I'm going to do a little conspiracy.
Give me your conspiracy.
Here. Okay. Maybe sometimes WWE lets this shit happen because they know he's going to go out, become a journeyman, get that much better, and then they're going to bring him back.
You know what? That could be it. Like, Drew McIntyre is the greatest story of that, right? Drew, Cody. Yeah. Sometimes people get motivated. I don't know what it was with him. I feel like they didn't get him. He's super talented. He was incredible on the indies. Him and Keith Lee had those bangers all the time. Yeah. I don't know what happened. He says that they never put anything on the offer. But you know what? There's other places he could go now.
Oh yeah.
He would be beneficial in AEW. He'd be great in TNA. He could go. I mean, whatever he wants to do, he could do.
I would say
MLW has $20 million.
There you go. Yeah. I would say, listen, no, don't go to AEW. Go to New Japan.
He could go to New Japan.
Go to New Japan.
Yeah.
Do New Japan for 2 years. Be the big foreigner in New Japan, right? He'd be the biggest guy on the roster.
Yeah, he'd be huge. Humongous.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler is returning to Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. The show's taking place Sunday, July 28th in Brooklyn. Ooh. Is it in Brooklyn? Where in Brooklyn is this?
That's a good question.
Look it up.
Probably not at the Barclays, right?
Venue.
No way.
That high school gym that we went to?
That high school gym.
In Bay Ridge?
Yeah. Let's see. Where is this? Wow, this is on Eventbrite. That is not a good sign.
Why is that? Not a fan of Eventbrite?
I'm not a fan of Eventbrite.
You get all your stuff from StubHub, right?
StubHub always, yeah. This is 509 Atlantic Avenue.
Oh, so it's near the Barclays.
Yeah.
509 Atlantic Avenue. Maps, take me there. Where are you?
Yeah, where is this place? Roulette.org? What the hell is Roulette?
It's right by Brooklyn Tech. Yeah, it's right by the Barclays Center. It's like 3 blocks from the Barclays Center.
Okay. I have no idea what Roulette is.
It's in that area.
Roulette Intermedium.
Oh, it's a block away from Atlantic Terminal, which is good if you're...
Oh, it's a venue. It's a venue.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's a nice little venue. Cute. Nice.
Cute.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley, Buddy Matthews got married.
Yeah.
Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews, Buddy Murphy.
He should call himself Murphy Matthews.
Murphy Matthews.
Yeah.
Matthew Matthews.
Matthew Matthews.
Buddy.
I like Buddy.
What is happening with him?
I think he's yelling.
Who are you yelling at?
He's yelling in the mirror.
He's just... Who's he yelling at? AEW Dynamite ratings rebounded from the record low. Wednesday night show did 680,000 viewers, up 35.5%. Yeah, man. Listen, a lot of people are blaming Big Bang Theory not being on and Black Panther being on before that. A lot of other people were blaming, obviously it's a holiday. It's a national holiday. It's a federal holiday. People's habits change when you're home and you're not working or there's something else happening. And then you also had that concert on Amazon that took away. I don't know if those are the reasons. Maybe it was a bad day. I don't know, but they're back to kind of where they were. Yeah. Still not fantastic. 680,000 viewers for the go home.
But still good-ish.
Fine.
Still good-ish.
It's okay.
Good-ish.
Yep. WWE highlights. I'm going to be at the Garden tonight.
Oh, that's right. You're going to the garden.
I'm going to the garden tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's nice for you because you could just walk there after work.
I'm walking there after work.
Very
I'm
nice.
meeting the kids.
Very nice.
Yep.
They're taking the trains by themselves, right?
Yeah, all by themselves. They're going to go the long way. They're going to go to Woodside, and then they're going to take the train back to the garden.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu debuted. What did you think of it?
Listen, I loved it. I enjoyed it. This guy has a huge upside. He looks great. People were oddly complaining that he lost the belly, but listen, man.
They were complaining?
Yeah,
that
I
he
saw
lost
people
the
were
belly?
complaining that they were like, oh, they WWEified him.
I don't know. The guy lost some weight.
Yeah.
He looked great. He looked
awesome.
incredible.
He looks awesome. And they shot that splash so perfectly.
Yeah. And that was a perfect splash.
That was a perfect splash.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly like, I want more Samoans. What's up with Hikuleo? What's up with Zilla?
Hikuleo is Tongan, right? Zilla
He's Jacob's brother.
is the brother.
Right.
I don't know if he's like they're gonna bring him yet.
Yeah.
He's great. He's also really good. I like his story though. Do you know Jacob Fatu's story?
Go for it.
He was in jail when he was like 18 years old, and they had TVs, and SmackDown was on, or Raw was on, and he's watching his cousins, like big time TV stars in professional wrestling, and he's like, I got to clean my shit up.
Yeah. Good story.
Yeah, great story.
And I love the fact that they're messing with Cody. Right?
Yeah.
Now, as
Old school.
Oh, very old school. Now, in wrestling history, did Dusty feud with the Samoans?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What year was that?
70 something.
Pre-Horseman?
70 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm really digging it.
Yeah, Zilla has only wrestled a handful of matches. It's not a huge amount. But listen, they're all incredibly talented, those guys. Incredibly.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited about this. And also, we also saw the Drew McIntyre jumping CM Punk in the parking lot, led to Raw.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Great segment on Raw, too, where Drew showed the bracelet. And he said, I have your wife and your dog on my side. Fantastic stuff.
I think that was the best promo of Drew McIntyre's career on Monday.
You know what's amazing, though? Just think about this. Punk lost his mind because of that Hangman Page promo, right?
Yeah.
Right?
In a certain way. Sure.
Everybody has said far worse to him in WWE.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, I'm like, like those promos, like even when he came back and they're like, nobody wants you here. You're selfish. You're this, you're that. Like, there was no, like, the words really didn't matter. And I remember watching a promo. I never thought, I was like, oh, okay, he's cutting a promo.
Yeah.
Great. Why'd he get so mad?
Right.
He didn't want to be there.
Right. It's kind of fascinating. I feel like there's going to be such like an in-depth study by wrestling fans about the whole CM Punk AEW WWE debacle. And it's very fascinating that there's so many layers to it, you know?
Yeah, the fact that all those people that he's working with now, for months prior, were talking about how toxic he is and how bad he is and we don't need him. Seth Rollins screaming, I don't want him here.
I think Seth was doing some of that business.
I think so too, but I think some of it is genuine.
Yeah.
Because remember, Seth saw him at his worst.
Right.
You know, when he was there, and Drew too, I'm sure. He was not happy.
Right.
He's thrilled now. Did you see that backstage thing where he's chasing Cody and Punk were doing a run in or run out?
Yeah.
They were chasing the heels, and he had the bat, and he's like chasing Cody with the bat. He's having a blast.
Oh, he looks like he's having a good time.
Yeah. Shows up in his G-Wagon in Chicago.
Yeah.
Good for him for driving a G-Wagon. You know what? It adds a different layer of personality to that man to have a G-Wagon. You don't think that he's one to be like, well, I want the most expensive Mercedes, right?
No, not at all. But you know what? I feel like he's the type of guy who's like, listen, I got the money. Why not?
Good for him.
You know,
I think
he bought like a $3 million building like years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you remember when they were saying how he had no money and that's why he's going back to wrestling?
Yeah.
People are fools.
Good stuff.
Fools.
Really good stuff.
The entire show ran. It was pretty much the Judgment Line storyline on this, and it was really good. The Liv Morgan stuff. I'm enjoying that story.
Same here.
Very different layer of product, and that's a story. That's a telenovela they're doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which is great.
Yeah.
The Wyatt Six delivered a package to Michael Cole. Now, this package was supposed to be delivered to Pat McAfee. And when the show started, McAfee wasn't there, and everybody thought it's storyline driven. It's not. His father-in-law passed away.
Yeah.
Very unexpectedly, his father-in-law passed away. So he was there, obviously. He wasn't there for the show. But Michael Cole got a VHS. Now, why are the Wyatts stuck in the 80s? I don't know.
Why not?
But why a VHS?
Why not? Why? What do you prefer, a Laserdisc?
Think about the effort that he put in.
Yeah.
He had to find a VHS. He had to find like a recorder, a VHS recorder.
Right.
He had to shoot himself, then edit the video, obviously.
Right. 2 VCRs. And then ship it to Michael Cole. Michael Cole has to find a VHS player. Yep.
A VCR.
That was fantastic. Listen, that was this guy's aiming. This is shooting for the fences. Like, I wonder
if they'll be there tonight. Can anybody find out if the Wyatts will show up tonight?
That'd be cool. We might get like a little blip.
Yeah.
It's the Garden. They got it.
Yo, it looks like it's going to be 17,000 people in that building.
I know, man.
There's no stage.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I was at the Garden, a couple guys came to where I was from WWE. We were like saying hello. They wanted to see the kids, and I was like, "Why didn't you guys do the small stage?" Because they had already done the small stage.
Right.
They're like, "There's a formula." I mean, now they just do it all the time.
Right, yeah.
But at that time, there was a formula that they had to sell X amount of tickets in the pre-sale because it determines the trajectory of how many people they're going to have in that building. They know the math. And this is what they're doing now. And that's incredible. This may be one of the most attended SmackDowns, I think.
I think so, too.
You know, let me find this. Where are the numbers here? WrestleTix, another good boy, WrestleVotes with the scoops. WrestleTix has this listed. Let's see. Oh, by the way, AEW Cardiff went on pre-sale. Okay, here we go. Right now, as of today, yesterday they moved 255 tickets. Yesterday.
Okay.
Just one day. The holiday show that I was at, 12/26/23, did 15,831.
Wow.
That was the post. Yeah, the post
that was the
Christmas show.
Yeah.
SmackDown on 7/7, which that's when I spoke to them about doing a smaller set, right?
Uh-huh.
That SmackDown was that 38-minute Roman Reigns intro opening. Remember that? and it was so incredible. Nobody cared about it. Like, you're in the Garden and you're doing a 40-minute opening talking segment.
Yeah.
You're going to get booed. Nobody booed.
Yeah.
Right now, they're at 16,901 tickets. There's 759 open. So max capacity is going to be 17,660. They'll probably announce 18,000 people in that building.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Which most likely will be the most attended Garden show in, over a decade, I'm sure.
It's going to be a rocking show tonight. Do you think any surprises?
I don't know. They're going to do something big.
Why do I keep thinking Brock Lesnar?
I don't know.
You're gonna hear that swirl. Yes,
isn't that it?
That's the one.
That's the one. That's the one. Talking about music, how terrible is the WWE music?
It's not great.
I cannot understand how anybody in that company and their production values are so high is listening to those themes and saying, "Well, this is a good idea."
Yeah. Listen, man, I feel like that's too bad the CFO stuff didn't work out.
Yeah, it was just I think they're part of Universal Music, and it was just a contract thing, right?
Those were some themes. Those were amazing themes. You had that Finn Balor theme, Nakamura. You had the Bobby Roode theme.
Yeah, they were all great. They were really good stuff.
Yeah,
and it took them a little bit to kind of ease in. Remember, people didn't like their themes, and then they figured it out. That's great.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Judgment Day wins the tag titles.
They won the tag titles
with the help of Liv Morgan, who cheated on their behalf. I think that, obviously I think there's something more going on here. I do think you're going to get
some sort of turn.
You're going to get Balor and Liv.
And Drew is kind of, Balor and Liv. That's a good love story.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you can get Balor and Liv out of this. But
it looks like Damian is kind of like, I don't need these guys anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AEW Dynamite on Wednesday. I thought this was a good show. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. Nice show from Buffalo. Showcase your Buffalo boys. Danny Garcia, huge pop.
MJF opened the show. Immediately interrupted by Daniel Garcia in his hometown. Garcia put over MJF's accomplishments before bringing up the conversation the two had several months back. MJF told Garcia that he was more than a background player, talking about Garcia, and told him that he earns enough wins, he'll give Garcia a title shot. MJF offered Garcia a match at All In Wembley. Immediately interrupted by Will Ospreay. Right? This is cool. I like this. A lot of people said, why is Ospreay getting involved in this when he has a feud going on? But it's telling the pieces. Now you've included 4 people in this possible title thing. And you're elevating, Garcia by being out there with those guys.
Absolutely.
He offered Garcia an international title shot next week and a world title shot if Ospreay wins Sunday. All right, let's see what happens.
Good moment for Garcia. I also like that at the end of this whole thing, he looked out into the crowd, took a moment, and then did the dance.
I hate the dance.
Do you hate the dance?
MG, dance for me. Dance for me.
Yeah,
dance for me. Dance.
Or save it for the super chats.
Save it for the super chats.
Oh, boy. LIJ showed up, which I thought was awesome. It was awesome seeing LIJ on TV. Takahashi, Takagi, and Titan defeated the BCC, Claudio, Mox, and Wheeler by DQ. Danielson on commentary.
Okay, so Moxley went nuts and grabbed the chair and started smashing them. Rarely do we get a DQ finish in AEW.
Right. Yeah.
You could probably count how many. It was fine. Danielson was on commentary. By the way, Danielson, he's getting a push the next couple months.
Oh, yeah. He's tired of losing.
And
wants to win.
And he wants to win.
Do you think, we talk about this every week, do you think it's going to be him and Nigel at Wembley?
I don't know if that's the answer now.
Okay. Or do you think it's going to be Danielson Swerve at Wembley? Danielson Ospreay at Wembley?
What do you want to see?
I wouldn't mind seeing Danielson hold that belt for a little bit before he retires next year.
I feel the same. But I don't. I've said that from day one. I mean, we're both huge Danielson fans. I don't know if that opportunity's open now.
Because it's the young talent. They're rightfully so. Yeah. It's the young guys.
It's the young guys, and they're really in the mix. Like Ospreay, I don't want Swerve to lose the title yet.
Same here.
But
same here.
I understand Ospreay if he were to win. I'm not spoiling anything here. I understand why they would make that decision.
Right.
But to move Danielson in that position the next couple months to possibly take that title from them, I mean, the chase would be cool. I mean, a big victory would be great. But you could immediately boom, boom, boom it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I could see them doing something different like that.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that. Yeah, let's see. Naito came out. He sauntered out.
Slowly taking off his clothes. And I do think that was a genuine reaction from Moxley. He was like, this guy's taking way too long.
You know why he opens his eye?
Why?
Pink eye.
Yeah.
That guy is chronic pink eye.
He's hitting the club too much.
It's a little too much.
Hitting that club too much, man. Getting them in the booties.
Yeah. Danielson, Takagi did a stare down to end the segment. Very cool.
That was cool. I'm looking forward to that match on Sunday.
Yeah. Owen Hart Foundation 2024 men's tournament quarterfinals match. Jay White defeated Ray Phoenix. Jay White looked good. He looked really good.
Yeah.
After the match, the Patriarchy came out after having made their intentions for the trio title clear the past few weeks. They went to the ring. They did a stare down between Christian and White, and the Patriarchy backed away. I kind of want to see that match.
Oh, yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Max Caster came out. This was strange, okay? He looked great, by the way. Has that Rick Root stash?
Straight. He looked like the epitome of baseball.
He got lean.
Yeah.
He got really lean. He did look like a baseball player.
He just looked like baseball.
Yeah.
I saw you see that guy's face. You're like, oh, that's baseball.
That's baseball right there. Good Long Island boy. He came out and they bleeped them twice.
Yeah, they were hot on that bleep button on Wednesday.
They were bleeping everything, which is a very different take. But they didn't bleep the opening segment. They didn't bleep Okada saying bitch. So what he said, he called the Young Bucks the Young Cucks.
Right.
But I wonder if they thought he said cocks.
Or with the F word.
Oh, the young fucks.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know what the story was there. But the Young Bucks came out, Okada interrupted them, and Okada told them, scissor me, bitch.
So fucking good.
Did you see someone was saying like, "Oh, it's so messed up that they're doing a racist gimmick with Okada"?
What?
It was all over Twitter.
On what planet?
Well, you know what? I was on a delay. Here. So I just saw multiple people saying that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? And I listened back. I'm like, where was the racism? The guy's having a time of his life.
He looks like he's having a lot of fun.
He's having a blast. Maybe I missed something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let's see what else we got. Let me just close my notes here.
Nick Jackson challenged the Acclaim to a trios match at Forbidden Door. Billy Gunn said that while he would like to kick their asses, he happened to also know a president.
Yeah.
Now, I got really excited because I was like, yo, are we going to get Billy Gunn and Okada? I got real pumped up about that.
Yeah.
I love me some Billy Gunn.
How about Billy Gunn and Tanahashi?
Oh, my God.
Big, thick.
I would, if that match happened, I would be okay with them just running into each other for 10 minutes, not knocking each other down.
Yeah.
And then they leave.
Tanahashi appeared on the video board to tell Okada that he was coming to fight the Elite.
Scissor Ace is coming.
Scissor Ace is coming to Forbidden Door.
Is how he ended his promo. And that, I got to say, that made my day.
Yeah.
Seeing Tanahashi say Scissor Ace is coming, fantastic.
No, you know what's funny? This card didn't shape up until I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a long week.
Yeah.
And I must have missed
just what
overnight.
happened.
It was like overnight. Everything happened.
Overnight. We got a great card. So, do you think Tanahashi's going to scissor these guys on Sunday? But as they do it, they're going to both get Tanahashi.
They're doing it with their legs.
They're going to get... he takes it the wrong way. Completely misinterprets it. He's going to scissor the Acclaimed, and both those guys are going to get Tanahashi hair.
Oh, my God. Max
amazing.
Caster with the hair.
Beautiful.
Oh,
they
that
should
would be
all
beautiful.
come out with Tanahashi hair.
They really should.
I'd love
Remember
that.
they came out with Sting face?
That's true. Yeah.
Everybody did the Sting face.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk. He was a Sting.
Love it. Best hair in wrestling.
Tanahashi?
Yeah.
So that's cool. They made the match. Mariah May, Mina, and Toni Storm defeated Anna Jay, Harley Cameron, and Saraya. This was cool. May is dressed up like old school Toni Storm still, which is I get a kick out of that. That's cool. She comes out. They do the intro for Toni Storm. Then she goes to the back, and she comes out with Mina, and they do their club venues dance together. Is that what it's called, MG? The club venues
Club
dance?
Venus. Club Venus.
He actually did spell it right.
He actually did. He actually...
He spelled it right.
I was wrong here. I was wrong. My toupee's glued on.
I win.
The hair's too tight
No,
today.
the glue is seeping in. I had to it was very early. I had to glue this thing on.
Very tan again. You're looking good, man.
I did a shirtless to MG. I'm like, check this out. Dude, you could talk about it. I was like, MG, you want to see fucking something? And I just finished writing, and I just took the shirt off. He's like, oh my God, you're actually not bad.
He turned him on.
He did turn him on.
He turned him on a little bit. He was like, oh, feelings. These feelings I have for Andrew.
I thought he was going to pull out his twanger.
Oh man, I got to tell you, Mark in that beautiful video, he goes, you guys share so much of your personal life, which we do.
Yeah.
What other podcasts are you going to go on to listen about professional or anything? And then the guy's like, hey, listen, I got a bag of needles here, and I got to inject my Samoralin in my belly.
He just love injecting needles.
Are you taking it for a medical? No, I just want to. I'm vain. Usually,
like people avoid needles, but ever since I've known you, you're just like, I need more needles in my body.
Do you know
with different chemicals?
I want to do the bamboo skewer thing.
Do the bamboo.
Oh, dude, Kyle. Kyle's coming.
I know Kyle's coming.
Okay, yeah. I have a great story about Kyle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did he try to scare you?
No, I have to tell you the story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You know what? I will save the story for after Forbidden Door because there may be somebody at that company that had a very strange interaction with Kyle.
Like years ago.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit on that, and I'm going to tell the person after the fact.
Okay, I'm following you.
I want him to do the bamboo skewers in the scrum.
Is that what we're doing this year?
Hey Tony, you want to see something?
And then just like, bow.
He should go, hey Tony, Kyle, Davis, Mattman Podcast, do you want to see my little trick?
And then
just boom, the skewers.
Skewers in the forehead.
He did that at a bar at Penn 6.
That's
we
right.
Went to we went to Penn 6
about that.
And there was this cute girl, and she was really engaging with us. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you want to see something? Just took it out of the bag, just bleeding everywhere. Blood all over that bar.
Bleeding everywhere.
Blood all over that bar.
This guy's cactus jacket all over the place. That's hysterical. Let's talk about.
Or how about these wrestlers? They're nuts. How about when Joey Image sold me a fake PS5?
That's right. Yeah.
It said PC5 on the box, and it was just bricks inside.
He took it. He was like, "I need cash." You were like, "Can I Venmo you?" And he was like, "No."
He came here. He delivered it, and then I didn't open it. I took him out to lunch.
Yeah.
I come home. I open it. It just rocks.
PC5.
It says PC5. No, those naughty pro wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good boy too, Joey.
Didn't you also get chopped not only by Damien Demento but by Bubba Dudley at one point?
Bubba Dudley.
He murdered you.
He murdered me.
Yeah.
Damien Demento. We had a big fight in this house.
Yeah.
Cops came. It was a big problem.
Terrible.
Terrible.
All right. Club Venus. So I'm digging this storyline, man.
Do you know the song that she comes out to? It's a ripoff of an other song.
It's a ripoff of Danza Kuduro. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that it?
It's Danza Kuduro.
Okay.
It's a ripoff of Danza Kuduro. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Do you?
That's my ultimate vacation song, by the way. That's when I turn into Dom Toretto from Fast and the Furious, and I just start drinking Coors Lights like nobody. Corona's like nobody's business.
I put on Welcome to Jamrock, and then I get very aggressive.
And then I'll put on Roundball Rock and just start doing backflips.
This was a good match. I like this. It ended when Mina, they won the match. Mina came out. They did the champagne toast, all of them. And Mina got the bottle to hit Tony and clobbered Mariah May in the head.
Clobbered that poor girl.
Tony was furious.
I honestly was like, oh man, that bottle really shattered, and it looked very real. It was very good.
Very well done. Very well done.
I feel bad for the guys who have to sweep the ring afterwards.
With the sugar glass?
Just got to get all those pieces out of there.
You could get stabbed by that sugar glass.
Yeah, I know, man. It's sharp.
Yeah.
You had Mercedes Moné surprise appearance at Arena Mexico last Friday. She said she went to Mexico to see Stephanie wrestle, but she was nowhere to be found. She has to go to Collision to see her take on Lady Frost.
Yeah. Learning Tree came out. What do you think of this version of Jericho?
I'm okay with it.
I like it.
I'm okay with it. Truth be told, a lot of the Jericho stuff does nothing for me, but I kind of get a kick out of this, and it's mainly because of a Big Bill.
Mainly because of Big Bill.
And I do like Jericho's smarmy attitude.
Yeah, he's telling everybody about Big Bill's really good here.
Mm-hmm.
I always said, you give somebody an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Nash, great example, right?
Sure.
I don't know. I'm comparing the two big guys, long hair, muscles.
Yeah.
Not similar attitude, but disposition.
Sure.
On TV.
Yeah.
You give someone an opportunity that size.
Yeah.
And you build them strong, they could become a powerhouse for you.
Absolutely.
I hope they do that with Big Bill. I think he deserves that. I think he deserves a chance to be in that position. He was, that Enzo thing was incredible.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's personal problems between the two now. Is Enzo that difficult to work with? I don't know the man.
Yeah.
He was at the club, though, recently.
Oh. Why'd you say that? Like you were smoking a cigar. Who was at the club recently?
I would love for some sort of reunion between the two. I thought they were incredible, but this is a moment that he's shining. Also, on Collision, he was doing that dance. Was it Collision? He was doing that dance and shaking his butt.
Yeah.
Whose theme was he dancing to?
Oh, I forgot. You know what's going to happen, though?
Yeah.
It's going to be the turn on Jericho, if they do it right, will elevate Big Bill to that next level. Once he realizes that Jericho's full of shit,
yeah.
turns on him, they have their match somewhere down the road, puts Big Bill over.
Yeah.
And, this would be an interesting excuse to have Enzo show up, if they're on good terms, and if he wants to say, what are you doing with this guy? This guy's doing nothing for you. And then you have like that little bit of Enzo and Cass reunion.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, I'd love it too.
Jericho said he found another partner, but hadn't watched the video he sent in. And it was Minoru Suzuki who declined and said he would rather face Jericho one-on-one.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Awesome.
Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki.
Great.
Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Kyle O'Reilly.
Great match.
Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay defeated the Gates of Agony.
Great.
And it set up the match for the pay-per-view. Swerve attacked him after the show, laid him out. Okay.
That kill shot at the end was unbelievable.
Great. Collision tomorrow night. Owen Hart Women's Tournament Quarterfinals. Diana Purrazzo versus Shida. Daniel Garcia versus The Butcher. This was taped already, right?
Yeah,
this was all taped. And these two are Buffalo Boys, both of them. Stephanie Vaquer versus Lady Frost. Serena Deeb in action. Orange Cassidy and Ishii versus TMDK's Robbie Eagles and Shane Haste. El Fantasmo, Jack Perry, and Takeshita versus Mark Briscoe, Leo Rush, Dante Martin. And you have Hichisaro and Kevin Blackwood.
Great.
Oh, great. I just got our pool passes.
Oh, cool. You guys are going to the Astoria pool?
No.
It's going to be full of dookie soon, by the way.
Long Island.
Oh, yeah?
I don't go in the water with people from this county. You think I'm going to get in a body of water with people from Queens County?
That might have dookie in it?
I would... There are so many other disgusting things I would rather do than go into a pool somewhere in Queens.
Where in Long Island is it?
Lynbrook.
Oh, look at that. Get that Lynbrook pool pass.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you swim?
I can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, very good.
I'm not a good swimmer.
I'm
not a strong swimmer.
We had a pool growing up.
Okay.
But like, listen, I'm not gloating here.
Nice above grounder?
A nice above grounder in my Queens backyard, okay? So like we would swim, and then we had friends that had like large pools. So my father was a great swimmer, incredible swimmer.
Yeah, same here. My dad's like an insane swimmer. I suck. Alex is a good swimmer.
Only one time I thought I'm not as good of a swimmer as I thought I was. We were in Mexico, Jess and I. We did this Mayan jungle excursion, like a real Mayan, like not like the fake ones. You know, it was like a real like 4-hour thing, and you had to go in a cave and swim underneath to come up the other side.
Oh no, thank you.
My wife was a real, like nearly professional synchronized swimmer.
Yeah.
And she's like incredible. So she does it, and I'm like, I'm a fucking good swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I do it, and I miss. I didn't think it was that far I had to swim. So when I went under and I came up, I hit my head on the thing.
Yeah.
And I went down, and I'm like, this is how I died.
Yeah.
And I'm not. This was. I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I'm going to grab a wall. There's no wall.
Yeah.
And I stopped breathing
so
I could come up. You know, like I exhaled and I went up. And I had to stay there for like a good 5 minutes. I had no energy in me. That's the thing that gets you when like I could have drowned, and the panic just crushes you.
Yeah.
So that was a very scary experience. So maybe I'm not a good swimmer.
I'm glad you're okay. How long ago was this?
2000, like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah. That's wild, man. 14 years ago.
Wow. God damn it.
It's not 2020.
No. Yeah.
Are you stuck in 2020?
Yo, I never left. I never left. There was definitely like a time shift that happened. I'm convinced of it.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way it's been 4 years.
It was the reset.
It was. Those reptilians hit the button hard.
All right. What do we got next? Oh, yesterday I was on the Tony Khan media call.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was good. The audio was terrible. By the way, sorry guys if you're listening. It was bullshit. So I ended the call ahead of time. Like there's like 10 minutes left, and I was like, I can't do it.
You couldn't hear
because everybody was cutting out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it was just me or whatever. But he talked about his love of Jeff Jarrett. Our friend Drew asked about having Forbidden Door in New York or internationally.
And what did he say about New York City?
He said that there will be about 10,000 fans in attendance, and it will be one of their top shows.
That was his response to that?
Yeah.
About having in New York City?
Yeah.
And it's not in New York City. It's in Long Island.
Well, I mean, it's still
it was supposed to be at Arthur Ashe.
When you're coming from out of town, it's still New York. So part of New York, right? Because it's 10 miles away.
Yeah. Do you consider it part of New York City?
No. It's not part of Metro New York.
No, it's not part of Metro New York.
Metro New York ends at the Queens County border.
Great Neck.
Douglaston.
No, Douglaston is Long Island.
I'll say, yeah.
No, Douglaston is Queens. I'm sorry.
I think it ends right there.
Yeah, right on that border.
Right on that, like, no, that train stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's a
Forbidden
question
Door in
for you.
Japan. Go international. That was another question. Launching other events in Japan outside of Forbidden Door. What else did he talk about? He talked about Swerve, right?
How much he loves Swerve. It was a very positive talk. You know, like he talked about how much he loves Swerve, how much he's looking forward to. He talked Tony Storm. Talked about how Moxley. He said Moxley is the greatest wrestler in AEW. Verbatim.
You know what? I could argue that point.
Yes,
for sure. He has really been, amazing, right? Like the Dean Ambrose legacy and the Jon Moxley legacy are so different.
Ooh.
I was never a Dean Ambrose fan. You were. You loved him.
I was also an indie
Moxley
fan too.
Listen, I love Moxley's indie stuff, but I was not a Dean Ambrose fan. I mean, listen, I liked him. Obviously, he's incredible. He's great, but it wasn't for me. And then he goes and becomes this version of himself, and he's incredible.
If you look at it, because I've been watching stuff.
He's a bad boy, though.
He's
a wild boy.
He's a bad boy. I've been watching stuff lately with a different sort of lens and perspective, and I'm always thinking, I'm like, oh man, that Shield reunion 5 years from now is going to be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that'll be incredible.
Right? But then if you look at that trajectory, this is the evolution of that character. Would he come back to WWE as Dean Ambrose, or would he come back as Jon Moxley?
I think they would call him Dean Ambrose.
Dean Jon Moxley.
Dean Moxley.
John Dean Moxley. And that, he talked about how Moxley was the most decorated wrestler in like pro wrestling history.
He's won every title.
He's won every title in every major company.
IWGP. WWE. Did he have the Universal? AEW. He doesn't have the TNA.
He just
title.
had the WWE.
He had WWE.
Just WWE.
No TNA.
No TNA.
But, I mean, very decorated.
Yeah.
He had a U.S. title. I mean, the dude is incredible.
He had the New Japan U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. He said Britt Baker's close to return.
Yeah.
He said they're working on more of a relationship with Stardom. Really blew up Mina Shirakawa.
Very much likes the management at Stardom.
Yes. Yeah. It's the same company that owns New Japan.
Yeah.
So Bushiroad, he blew them up a little bit. Talked about MJF being there since day one and that he's a good collaborator. Talks about collaborating with him regularly. Looking forward to the summer. Very interesting. He said he's working on visas for the female wrestlers to go to Japan for Stardom. Talks about maybe Stephanie Vaquer. How good would that look for CMLL if she got that TBS title? And he said travel to Mexico is easier for the CMLL shows.
Is it?
Yeah, he said it's easier because you can just fly anywhere if there's like a Collision or like a Dynamite somewhere in the States. He said by design there were four women's matches at Forbidden Door, and he talks about his love for Jay Briscoe and the dog collar match.
That dog collar match was incredible. Couple things though. He also was it on the media call? He spoke about AEW's deal being near the finish line.
That was a different interview, I do believe.
That was a different interview.
Because after that, I there was like maybe 10 or 15 minutes left, and I checked out.
Okay,
I couldn't deal with the audio issues, and just like forgot about it.
We're going to do the Forbidden Door card here, and then we're going to get out of here. But before we get out of here, we're going to do a Q&A. So get your questions ready. Go through this card, Rich.
All right. So let's go through the card, and then we'll say who wins.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. 0 Hour. Mystico. We're going to be there, by the way. So if you're at Forbidden Door, come and say hi to us. But don't touch us. 0 Hour. Mystico and the Lucha Bros versus Titan, Yodatsuji, and Takahashi. Great match. I think it goes to the Mystico and the Lucha Bros.
Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I think they should take it.
Owen Hart Foundation women's quarterfinal match. Soraya versus Mariah May. I'm going Mariah May.
Mariah May.
Yeah. 0 Hour. Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe versus Willow Nightingale and Tam Nakano. I'm going to go Nightingale and Nakano.
Me too.
The Learning Tree. Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and TBA versus Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata.
Who is the TBA? Do we know?
Or are we getting Jericho Suzuki instead of this?
I would love Jericho Suzuki.
Yeah.
Man, that would be incredible. I don't know. Maybe they changed something here.
The Elite, Okada and the Bucks versus Tanahashi and the Acclaim. I think a loss won't hurt the Bucks and Okada.
No, nothing. No, it won't.
I'm going Tanahashi and the Acclaimed.
But would that count as a loss for Okada?
No.
Kind of.
Nah, if he doesn't take the pin,
If he does, yeah, of course.
I think Matt would take the pin on this one.
Yeah.
From Tanahashi.
We still have not seen him have an Okada match.
Right.
Interesting, right?
He's
Isn't
just been
that
kicking ass
he's just relaxing.
and calling everybody a bitch.
Yeah.
Great. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy. I'm gonna go Orange Cassidy on this one.
Do you know the have you been listening to Taz on commentary losing his mind that Zack Sabre Jr. is stealing his gimmick?
A little bit.
Do you remember
Yeah.
when he lost his
Yeah.
mind on us and he said that we stole his gimmick?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That
not,
was
I'm
years
not,
ago, though.
you know, like I feel like he genuinely means it when he's upset about Zack Sabre Jr. wearing orange because that's his thing. Because that man started yelling at us because we had a similar T-shirt to his, because it was made by the same designer for Pro Wrestling Tees.
Wild stuff.
Fun stuff.
Got to protect your gimmick, brother. Owen Hart Foundation. Oh, who's gonna win this? Zack Sabre Jr. or Orange Cassidy?
Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay, I'm gonna go Orange Cassidy on this one for some reason. Owen Hart Foundation men's quarterfinal match: Danielson versus Takagi.
I want to see this match. Danielson wins, but I want to see this match very much so. You skip one match though.
Yes, MJF versus Hechicero.
I don't know if I really care for this.
I think it's gonna be a quick one.
I'm very interested to see how they mesh.
Big Long Island pop.
Huge Long Island pop.
Huge Long Island pop.
Yeah. He'll have a nice intro.
Here's my fanboy booking for this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
MJF pays him not to wrestle him.
Okay.
And then he ends up wrestling somebody else.
You know what? I would like that.
You know.
Thank you.
Right? Like,
I don't know. I no knock at Hechicero.
There's no N.
Hechicero.
Ichicero. I think the chemicals are destroying your eyes, dude. Do you inject all that stuff into your forehead?
Andrew is melting.
My
as
my earlobes. I did rub my cream on before you came in.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You don't have any earlobes.
I have this.
Yeah.
They're just attached.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
It's still an earlobe.
It's still an earlobe.
No.
What about you, Jonathan? You got big floppy. I got big floppy earlobes.
Yeah, no.
Yo, he's weighing them down. He puts weights on them to make them longer. That's what he's trying to do.
There we go. Okay.
Danielson, Takagi. Okay, MJF obviously wins.
MJF,
yeah.
Big Long Island pop.
Yeah. What else do we have here?
We got IWGP heavyweight title. Jon Moxley defends against Tetsuya Naito. I want to see Moxley hold that belt for a little longer.
Yeah. I don't know what they should do here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's cool with that belt. I hate that new belt, though. I really think it takes away from the prestige of that title.
Yeah.
The third gen was the best. I don't know. I'm going to go with Moxley.
You want that belt to... I feel like with the New Japan belt, you want that belt to be like as big and ominous as possible.
You know what, though? New Japan needs to get some wins here. So, yeah, I'm going Naito.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Moxley retain because I feel like he needs more of a run with that belt. You know?
Yeah.
To establish it. That belt has had a weird legacy in the last couple of years. I forgot that Takagi was a New Japan world champ.
You forgot that.
I forgot that Evil was a champ too. I was like, oh yeah, both these guys. Right? Very interesting. AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm defends against Mina Shirakawa. Toni Storm retains. I feel like we may get a return here.
Maybe get a return here.
Maybe a Britt Baker.
I very much like Mina.
Same here.
She's really incredible. Like her presence.
Yeah.
I was not as familiar with her work as I should have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I went down this rabbit hole of she's really good.
Oh, she's amazing.
Great. I mean, just presence.
Here's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Mox keeps that belt.
Yeah, okay.
Mina takes the women's championship.
Wow. Okay. That would be interesting.
Right?
I think
for title.
The story though is actually Mariah May, right?
Mariah May
Mariah
maybe comes in here and does
at
something.
All In, wins at challenges at All In. I think that's where they might be going.
You have title for title. TBS champion Mercedes Moné versus New Japan Strong Women's champion Stephanie Vicaire.
Mercedes wins.
I think Mercedes wins this, right?
Yeah.
Big first pay-per-view.
Is
the first pay-per-view, right? Or second one?
Second.
Second. Okay.
Yeah. Second pay-per-view.
And you have
second match.
Second match. Yeah. Second match in AEW. Ladder match for the vacant TNT championship. Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Jack Perry versus Leo Rush versus Dante Martin versus TBA.
Turnbuckle Al.
Turnbuckle Al.
I don't know who comes in this.
This isn't the wild card match, right? I think we're missing one.
The wild card is for the Owen Cup.
Okay. And they haven't announced that, right?
Right.
Okay.
I think there's a match this week to fill that spot.
It's Jeff Jarrett versus whoever it is.
Whoever
right?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have your AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland defending against Will Ospreay. I would like to see Swerve retain.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a match. Do you think they go back to the well and do the dance off like they did on the Indies?
I don't know. You think so?
I think it'll be funny.
You
I
think so?
think it'll be funny. And then Swerve just smacks him because it was Ospreay that initiated it.
Yeah. Who are you going with?
I would like Swerve to win. I think this is going to be a banger. These guys have a lot of history together.
You're going to have to do something here.
Yeah.
I don't know what that something is.
Maybe like a surprise return.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see returns. You know, if people are healthy, I want them to come back.
Yeah.
Very fun. You want to do questions?
Yes.
All right. Guys, super chat us if you want your question answered first. I know we got a couple in the chat room here. Thank you all for tuning in. This is Mattman 500.
We'll do like 7 minutes of questions.
Yeah, 7 minutes of
We'll
questions.
bang through these.
Get a couple of drinks after this. This is from Paul Anthony Moss regarding...
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
What a fantastic full name.
Paul Anthony Moss?
Paul Anthony Moss.
Really good.
He could be a writer. He could be a singer. He could be a celebrity. He could be a journalist.
He could be a podcaster.
It's a great name. Great full name.
Mm-hmm.
It resonates with me.
Yeah?
Do you get like that with names?
I do.
Sometimes you meet someone and they got like a great full name, and you're like, that's a great full name.
You know, I gave you another one too.
Yeah.
If he wanted to be a great writer, he could go by P.A. Moss.
P.A. Moss. P.A. Moss.
This is interesting. I put this in the group chat the other day. Zack Sabre Jr.'s real name.
Oh, can I guess?
Go ahead.
Montgomery. Cloutsburg. Smith.
Close.
Okay.
Luke James Uggles Eatwell.
Oh, that is not a pretty name.
I was like, man, that would, if he turned his character into like a very like a Triple H style.
Yeah.
Did you use your real name?
I don't have a beautiful name. Full name.
Andrew. There's an N at the end of your name.
There's an N and there's a weird symbol that I can't decipher.
Mm-hmm.
My middle name throws it off.
What's your middle name?
What do you think?
Tupac.
Fred.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a Frederick.
Is it just Fred or Frederick?
So it's supposed to be Frederick.
Okay.
But immigrants, my parents, they just wrote, what do you want for his middle name? And he goes, my husband's name. What's your husband's name? Fred.
And that was it.
Yeah.
We knew a guy.
Andrew Fred.
We knew a guy named Freddie, and he was Spanish. And I haven't seen this guy in a very long time. But one day I was like, because his parents are Spanish. And he was like, no, my name's Freddie. I'm like, it's not like Federico or
Freddie.
Frederick.
I
He's
like Freddie.
No, it's just Freddie. Yeah.
My father would be called, he went by Freddie all the time. I think names are very important. Paul Anthony Moss,
Yes.
great name. What is his question?
Great name. Regarding meteorites, TK said, we're in the red zone, approaching the goal line for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Does this equate to just dotting I's and crossing T's?
Dave in the Observer said that, and I've been talking to Dave about this. I love the emails from Dave. You know my favorite part of the email is?
The fugue state email.
Do you know what my favorite part is?
What's that?
No subject line ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The best.
Oh,
I'm not even joking. No subject line.
It's just,
and it comes from his Juno account.
It just is
still. Can you
empty.
believe that?
That's hysterical. We got a couple. Go ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
I have heard the same thing, that they're very close. I know that they were apart on some things. I don't know if that changed from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. I know personally that not that I speak to Zaslav, but I know Zaslav wants them there. The top people in that company want them there.
Yeah.
It's almost there. I don't know what the specific hang-up is, but there's a lot of other questions here because even, and this is not super insighty or anything, if you really think about this, HBO Max does not have a pay-per-view functionality. BR does. BR is a Warner property.
Right.
So when you're ordering on BR, that's staying internally. That revenue is theirs. When they're on another service. I don't know if Warner gets a split of pay-per-view rights on other service. I don't think they do, but they most likely would want to keep that. There's revenue to create. So either you're going to give this thing away for free and step away from the $50 a month, which becomes exhausting for many people now that you're doing 9, 10 pay-per-views a year. You give it away for free, or you continue charging that $50 a month. I don't know what the longevity of 100,000+ buys per each pay-per-view is. I don't know. People said in 2013 pay-per-view was dead, and they said it was a big mistake for UFC to still do pay-per-views. And look at pay-per-view; it's still booming, number one business.
Yeah,
UFC's killing it. Boxing is killing it. So, I think it's those little things, but I think fundamentally they should be there by now. They're not leaving.
It's about time.
Yeah, they're not leaving.
Is that going to be your question at the scrum?
I don't know what I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you're going to ask. We can get a little loosey-goosey.
Hey, Tony, you want to see my little dance?
They might not even do it.
The scrum?
Yeah.
No, they're doing it.
They're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll stay.
We may not make it.
We may not make it, to be honest.
I think for the show we went to at Nassau Coliseum, that was a perfect storm of us pre-gaming and actually making it the entire show.
Yeah.
Right? We were there till about 2:30 in the morning.
Holy moly, we were.
And
Do you know what I wanted in the worst way?
Cheeseburger. Yeah, Wendy's.
I wanted Wendy's in the worst way.
I agreed with you, too. We were like, fuck, man, everything's closed right now.
How did you get? I did 2 stops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I get up? I came with you.
Yeah.
It was time to go.
Is Kyle driving there?
Kyle, are you going to drive us?
Kyle.
Sleeping
again.
Kyle, pick up the phone.
Wake up.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. We got to figure out.
Oh, no, he passed out from the blood loss. He's still bleeding.
He's still bleeding from the skewers. We got to figure out what we're doing on Sunday ahead of time. Yeah. I know a couple of people want to meet up with us, and then we got to figure out what we're doing.
He chopped the shit out of me at Hunter's baptism.
Your soul left your body.
My soul left my body.
I heard that from across the room.
I saw Christ.
Yeah.
At that christening.
And he was like, get out of here.
He fucking, I don't know what, we got all loose, and we opened the shirt and he laid it in flat. Not a chop. He laid it flat.
He laid it in. That's what happens when you have open bar and nobody's driving.
It was so, the handprint was on my butthole. That's how hard
it went right through.
It went right through my body.
Came at the end. Let's see. We got a super chat from Hearst Hill over here, $4.99. Congrats, 500 episodes, Matt Men, and enjoy Forbidden Door this Sunday. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's see. We got one from.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah, very cool. We got one here from Trust the Process. For some reason, it's not showing up in the social link. Wink, wink, guys.
Another great username.
We got from what you know. Do the AEW relevant people at WBD actually watch the product, or do they mostly only follow via the numbers?
Okay, so some do. Some that I speak to they do watch it, but most of the guys that I speak to, they're not, like, they'll watch it, but they're not pro wrestling people. They're not fans of pro wrestling. They understand the importance of it. They think it's really cool that they have that property. They're invested because it's part of their business, but it's not a they're not watching every week.
Right.
They're not going on they're not subscribed to Wrestling Observer and Fightful Select.
They're not on Twitter.
They're not on Twitter.
Oh man.
No.
When's Kenny coming?
Oh, but I did find a burner account for someone at WWE.
I feel like that's dangerous. Like, why do it?
What?
Why do a burner account?
They have reason.
Because you're gonna get effed up at some point.
I just know.
You stumbled on it?
I stumbled on it.
Same picture, same profile.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I know that guy. It's not a burner. That's his actual Twitter.
Let's see what we got here. We got Huncho, great, $9.99. Thank you very much. Yep. AEW's TV ticks issue seems like chicken versus egg. Okay. Numbers won't improve until they shake the uncool perception, but the low numbers only make the uncool stigma stronger. How could they fix that?
I agree. I think listen, I don't poo-poo on what people like.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't understand that mentality. I think what's happened here is a very polarized viewership. Everything's polarized, but you can't like one thing and not and enjoy another one little less. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I like AEW. I really do like AEW. I've been very vocal about, I like the fact that it is an alternative to the main product. The mainstream product is WWE. I'm going tonight. I'm taking my kids tonight. I don't take my kids to AEW. I take them to WWE. I mean, I probably could start taking them to AEW.
Would they enjoy it as much, though?
I don't know, because Hunter loves the video game.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody hates it. But guess what? My son is playing it. My son is 7.
Right.
And when I got into wrestling, I was 6, 7 years old.
Right.
So it's exactly the avenue for them. I mean, and that was a key part of the video game. And I've said this from day one. You want a younger generation finding your product, you put out a good video game.
Exactly.
Now, whether or not that video game is great or not or terrible, it's up to you. I have fun playing it with him, but I'm not looking to play that video game competitively.
Right.
My son, he's not as familiar, but he loves Cody and he loves Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. You know, these are mainstream crossovers. They are cool right now.
Right.
Did AEW get uncool, or did WWE just fix a lot of the nonsense? It's a little of both.
Yeah.
It's a little of both. It's about committing to a show. A lot of people can't commit to both. I think once the TV deal is set, it's going to alleviate a lot of the negativity.
Yeah.
Until there's something next. You know, getting Kenny back is going to help them.
Absolutely. Healthy roster.
A healthy roster
Adam
is going to
Cole,
help them.
Britt, Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter. You know, a lot of key players are still missing.
I get it. I get the uncoolness, but I think it's more of it's not based in reality.
Yeah.
There's nothing really different other than perception. You know, it's still fantastic wrestling. It's still tremendous up-and-coming talent. It's not WWE. And if that's what you want, you're a WWE fan.
Right.
That's great.
Right.
And love it. Enjoy it. But let me like what I like too.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
And I think both companies are a lot of fun. All wrestling has been a lot of fun. Tremendous fun this last couple of years.
I mean, I'm going to 2 shows this weekend.
Isn't that wild?
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
And this is the second time this has happened, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. It was that Garden show, that the house show.
Yeah.
And then it was AEW.
Yep.
A couple days later.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I wonder what the crossover is. Pay attention to the crowd tonight. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll see a lot of those peoples at... did you get the meet and greet or no?
No, because they changed companies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I messaged our guy. He gave me the icky, but I had a busy week.
Yeah.
This is a Basher 3000.
One thing to mention,
What?
Yes.
Real quick, it's
what?
Caleb Braxton's last night on SmackDown tonight.
You interrupted Rich reading Bachelor 3000s out of all people.
I know.
To tell us it's Caleb Braxton's
I'm
last
sorry.
day. Okay, thank you.
Guy's the day one. Bachelor 3000. Always there for us. Happy Friday, my Nubian. In parentheses, guys from, in parentheses, Queens.
We are Nubian queens.
Fantastic. Thank you, Bachelor
I'm also
3000.
a Caribbean queen.
Thank you for Caribbean Queen. Okay. Got the giggles now. Cadillac Carson, front of the show. Cadillac Carson,
Greatest hat in the business.
greatest hats. Love
Great
the hats.
Great hats.
Cadillac, where are you from? Are you in New York? Come and hang out with us. Buy us some beers.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight 7 duck-sized brawn breakers or 1 brawn breaker sized duck? I would do 7 duck-sized brawn breakers because you could kick them easily.
Yeah. You can kick them and run.
Kick them and run. I would not like to fight a duck that is terrifyingly huge, like imagine a 6-foot tall duck.
You have those animals.
Yeah, they're called horses.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying like a duck, man. Ducks got wings.
Yo, they're nasty.
They'll honk at you.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Ducks could be nasty.
They're delicious.
Yeah, I've.
Do you like duck?
I've never had duck.
Love duck.
I've never had duck.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
mistakenly I had it once, but I've never had duck.
I like French,
fancy pants
like
over
French
here.
duck.
Yeah.
I've had goose.
Yeah.
I've had a goose.
Mm-hmm.
I like Thai duck.
What is this, like David Copperfield? What are you?
I'm gonna take the rabbit.
David Copperfield. What is this? A Christmas Carol?
Yeah, it's a
Got that big goose. Yeah, I've never had duck. I've never had goose. I've had pate though.
Pate's band.
I
Do
don't
you know
mind
that?
Pate. Yeah.
Fog Ra's band
Really?
in New York City. Fog Ra's band. That dope of a mayor. That giant Frankenstein.
That guy. Two
Bill de Blasio.
Two back-to-back shits for mayors, huh?
Yeah. Bill de Blasio. He banned Fog Ra.
Yeah.
He said it's inhumane.
Sure. It is inhumane.
But it's delicious.
Yeah. Let's see.
By the way,
so you'd
Cadillac
fight
is
7
from Virginia.
Okay.
Mm.
So you'd
What part of
fight
Virginia?
What is happening?
Yeah.
I
Let's just hold on. Let them do their show.
Yeah,
Let them
let's
do their show.
go.
Okay, you guys do it.
Cut it.
Okay,
Go. Mattman 500. Let's go.
Okay, here, question. I do have a question for you, MG. Did you know that you could actually get a TV guide in the New York Post? Look at this.
Sure.
This is a real TV guide. Look at this. Came out today. I could tell you what's on.
Are you on the toilet right now?
Channel SmackDown's
What? What's going on? Why ask that question?
This is our new show. Jonathan just reading the newspaper.
Yeah. Here's the,
Jonathan reading the newspaper on the
that's
toilet.
sad. That's sad.
Terrible. Terrible.
That was something last
Terrible.
night.
Hey, can
oh
you guys
my
take your
God.
show back, please?
That man warded. You know what?
Ugh.
He is a one-eyed raven. I figured it out. That's Joe Biden's thing. He's a Game of Thrones character. He was warding last night.
My wife came home last night and
Yeah.
she's like, "Have you been drinking?" I'm like, "Honestly, this debate made me drink." I was like, "This shit made me want to get drunk."
Oh
and
my God.
Just jump out the window.
Quite frankly,
Both those guys, man, terrible. Like I said yesterday, man, it's like America's aging grandpa versus America's shady uncle.
it's
You
wild.
can't win. Can't win.
Can't win.
Can't win. All right. Let's
MG.
We got the best Mr. Gonzos.
I looked at him. I said, "He's a Gonzo."
I looked at him. He's a Gonzo. Great burritos. They do wet burritos in Michigan. He's a wet burrito. Did you know wet burritos are a Michigan thing?
It's a wet burrito.
I don't like wet burritos.
What do you mean a wet burrito?
So you get a burrito on a plate
Yeah.
and they douche it with like fucking tomato sauce and shit and like hot sauce.
Why?
That's a wet burrito.
Yeah.
I've seen it in restaurants.
Yeah.
Not a fan. I don't. And I put it out there on Twitter. I made burritos like a couple of weeks ago, and then I got hit up by a bunch of people being like, "Oh, Michigan style," like blah blah blah. And then Suncast came to the rescue.
And did he say it was gross?
He sent me the origin of the wet burrito, and yeah, it's like a Michigan. It's mainly a Michigan thing. Yeah.
I want to try a Detroit pizza.
Same here. There's a place on 23rd that we can go to that
All right.
apparently has
The good Detroit pizzas.
yeah, and then we'll record our reactions and then send them to Mr. Gonzo.
Yeah.
And to Treehouse. And to Suncast.
Yeah.
And tell them how much it sucks.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna suck.
Really?
MG, do you like Detroit
doesn't
style
suck.
pizza?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's just it's a little thicker. It's thicker but lighter crust.
Okay.
So
You're a lighter crust.
It sounds like it sounds like Chicago style, which also sucks.
I hate Chicago style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like Chicago style pizza, MG?
no, it's a lot thinner. Actually.
What's the difference?
It's a pan. Well, it doesn't have a crust. It's made in a pan usually, and the sauce goes on top.
Sauce usually
instead
goes on top of a
under
pizza,
the
yes.
cheese. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So sauce on top of the cheese.
It sounds
Yeah.
like y'all just ruining good food.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
wild.
hey,
All
it's
right,
quite
let's see.
popular. What can I say?
Ask Mattman who would be a better U.S. president, Andrew or Rich?
I don't know.
I think if we ran together, we'd do
I told you
okay.
what I would do.
What was that?
Everybody goes to jail.
Everybody goes to jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are my
Yeah.
rules? Do you remember? I have a bunch of rules.
I know you're. Yeah, I think we both do. You know what a huge rule of mine would be? If you don't use your turn signal, you're in jail for 30 days.
Jail.
30 days.
Yeah.
That's it. You know?
People's eating habits.
Eating habits is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Eating habits is a good one.
Nobody would like it. Remember
No, I
when
know.
Michelle Obama did their food stuff with the kids, and everybody was so upset over it? Everybody would be angry. There's no breakfast cakes, nothing. Breakfast should be just an egg, maybe cheese,
Egg sandwich.
an egg sandwich. That's all you're allowed to have. Eggs.
What about a smoothie?
Smoothies are fine. No cereal. Cereal's gone.
So if
gone.
somebody,
It's over.
okay, so let's say to combat President Zarian's
Yeah.
food policy,
Yeah.
what if somebody developed a face mask that goes from the bridge of the nose to the back, and then you eat under like this little blanket?
You could do that. I just don't want to see it.
You
Yeah.
don't want to see munching.
Yeah, like a little
I'm with
burqa
you,
for
man. I
eating.
want to see munching.
Yeah.
Can I, be
I
the
also
head of
don't
your-
like people watching me eat, you know? What?
Can I be the head of your guys' cannabis board?
Sure.
Yeah, that's totally allowed. I encourage it.
Let's see. This is from Corey Richmond. Hashtag Ask Macman. Does Becky Lynch trademarking her name mean anything?
She trademarked it? Interesting. That's very interesting. Maybe they gave it to her. Maybe that was part of her deal.
Yeah.
She should be. I mean, that's her identity.
Right.
Or they feel like she's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're letting her use it outside.
Everything's getting a little loose now that guy's not around.
That guy's not around anymore.
Another one from Paul Anthony Moss. Hashtag Ask Mattman. Assuming Ricochet does go to AEW, would you book him in any different or tweak his character from how he's presented in WWE? Feel like it's perfect opportunity for him to do this.
I think the program is going to tweak him, whatever that program he goes into. And obviously everybody's pointing to Will Ospreay.
Yes.
I think that would be enough of a rehab that he could, reintroduce what he's capable of.
That's the Wembley match.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the Wembley match.
I would love that Wembley.
Ospreay loses that belt that he has to Ricochet at the Wembley match.
You know what? You just built something great.
Right.
Yeah, I'm into it.
And give Ricochet more mic time, too, so he can get better at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that is his weaker side of him, but he's an incredible,
fantastic.
Incredible. And I hope he, if he goes there, I think he would be beneficial if he's put in a really good position.
Yeah. No, 100%. Let's see what we got here. This is from Tom Bocci. Would Bill Burr make a great pro wrestling manager? Yeah.
It was Bill Burr's.
I think so. Have you seen the Seinfeld movie Unfrosted?
No.
On Netflix?
No.
Bill Burr plays Kennedy in it.
Oh, great.
It's unbelievable. It's top to bottom unbelievable.
Robert Kennedy Jr.?
No. JFK.
Oh, he plays
JFK.
No, I want to play Robert Kennedy.
Uh-oh. The Bravens are everywhere. Let's see. Brian Knight, Rich, thoughts on the Superman set photos? I dig it. The costume looks great, especially Mr. Terrific. Also, Clark Kent rocking the Tony Khan fro.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's a beefy Clark Kent.
Yeah, it's a big boy. I love it, man. Like, I'm a big Superman
People
guy.
did not like it, right? They were complaining. Why? It looked real. It didn't look like it's like made out of plastic.
Yeah, people don't like anything, man. Sucks.
Yo, he's a handsome Clark Kent. He's a handsome Superman. I like this. I like the Superman.
It's gonna be good, man. Let's see.
Up and away.
I hope he says it.
Does he do that and he flies away like this?
Woo. He farts.
I'd love to fly.
Yeah, same here.
I would love to be able to do that.
But I feel like if you're going to fly, you need some kind of super strength to go with it. Because imagine if you're flying and then you just smack into a bird or a building. You're effed.
I need some sort of... Do I wear a cape? Like, what do I wear if I'm flying? I can't fly like this.
I would fly like this.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if I'm like, all right, I'll see you at the bar and I just fly away in this outfit? No, that's weird.
No,
I gotta wear spandex.
I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I would only wear like a Homelander outfit. No question about it. If I have the gift of flight and super strength, I'm walking around in Lycra.
I feel like you'd get tired of the cape.
You think so?
Yeah.
I kind of want it. I wish it was like in mode to wear those short capes. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Like the Sherlock Holmes, the shoulder capes?
Yeah. I
would love that.
I would love nothing more to be able to wear that.
Can we show up to Forbidden Door? You dressed as Sherlock. I'll be Watson.
Yes. Okay.
It's like a derby.
Oh, I have a question for you, Tony Khan.
Looking for clues everywhere. Just looking for clues at the scrub.
Have you seen Deacon do that at the parties?
No. Actually, yes, I have.
He grabs a magnifying glass and he starts going into everybody's purse and they say, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm looking for my missing wife."
Looking for clues, man. I would love to see you dressed like Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I would love to.
Deerstalker hat and everything, man. Mm-hmm. Cane.
Creeping in the shadows.
Little violin.
Little violin.
He plays violin.
Does he?
Yeah,
he does play violin.
Plays violin.
All right, what else do we have?
Red Burritos get so soggy. That was from Lars23. Let's see. D. Eddie says it's a square crust pizza with caramelized corners. I think he meant caramelized.
Cool. Yeah, I want to try it.
And I would love to see you in a cape too.
Yeah.
Let's
D. Eddie or me?
You.
Oh, okay.
I would love to see everybody in a cape. Here's from Hiron's Gaming. Attendance seems to be slowly climbing. Smaller buildings will help the look, but TK prefers the bigger ones. Yeah,
it looks like. I mean, their attendance is growing. I mean, last night, Wednesday night, they had over 4,000 in the building. Listen, it's hard. It's the honeymoon's over.
Yeah.
So you're constantly going into markets. You're constantly repeating it. How many times are you going to go? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the reality, right? Yeah. How many times are you going to go? If you're not, you need enough of a rotation of people that would enjoy your product, the same people are not going to go to every show. It's not us. We're not normal viewers.
Right. Do you think we're going to get a wide variety of folks coming in from out of town for Sunday?
I don't think so.
Because it's right by JFK.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Well,
I don't think
right
so.
By. It's not right by JFK.
Yeah, but it's
close, you know? For somebody like in the Midwest or something to show up, you know? Like MG could get on a plane.
Yeah.
You know?
And show up.
Too bad about that no-fly list.
Yeah.
But I mean, he could.
Well, you saw that Hezbollah video he made.
He could have gotten on a plane before that whole thing he did.
Yeah.
Guy went nuts. He tried to open the door at 40,000 feet.
Yeah. I need some air.
He had a Red Bull and a whiff of schnapps.
Lost his mind. And it was a Boeing, so it really wasn't his fault. The door just opened.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Thomas Maida. We are one community. It's time to act like it. It's bad enough we have to justify our fandom with other people. It's true.
I agree with you.
We happen to be very lucky that the folks, you guys who like us, very sweet. Everybody seems like they're very nice. Maybe a couple of douchebags here and there, but for the most part, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, by the way, Becky Lynch is trademark Rebecca Quinn, not Becky Lynch.
Oh, that's via the Wrestling Observer.
I mean, she writes stuff. She does stuff outside of wrestling, you know?
Let's see. Do you have any thoughts on the MLB rights segment where both parties agreed ratings was never brought up during the talks?
Do you have any thoughts on the MLB media rights? I'm not as you know what? Send me the link. I may have missed this.
Yeah.
I was following it, but send me the info on that. Rating. I mean, listen, does it matter for baseball? You know, like I get it. I get ratings are important, but you have the MLB, so you are going to be able to sell stuff. You're going to be able to sell inventory because you have baseball.
I think this has to do with the same issue going on in my market now, where all the teams are in charge of their own TV, but they're failing. Some of the companies are going out of business.
So, like, like here in New York, SNY is not owned by Mets ownership anymore.
Right.
The Wilpons still own it.
Yeah.
And they were trying to offload it. And, you know, you're dealing with a hedge fund guy.
Yeah.
So he's going to wait till the very last minute because if you don't have baseball on SNY, what the hell do you have?
Exactly.
So, you know, he'll probably get it on pennies on the dollar.
Right. A channel completely dedicated to Mets baseball.
Yeah.
Let's see. What
John Alba, 11 p.m. He does a show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He does Cash Cab now, right?
He's doing Cash Cab. Yeah.
This is from MCast. Congrats on 500 to Matt and Men. Have fun at Forbidden Door.
Thank you.
We will. We're going to fall asleep.
Someone said, he goes, 2.5 milligrams edible. I'm like, 2.5.
That's for me, dude. Forget it. I'm
2.5.
2.5 does me in.
Do you know
for
what
the
I
day.
take every night?
I know what you take.
I take 25 regularly.
Yeah.
25 milligrams.
Yeah.
Of that crazy one.
That crazy stuff is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that box over there?
Yeah.
It's in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
Hell yeah, I'll take one of those.
I need
Those are
some.
good. That 50 brick will last me 2 months.
I sometimes swallow 2 of them.
Oh my god.
And then I spin in a circle,
Getting
like
nuts.
my hands outside, and I just start spinning. That's how I get tan.
Like a whirling dervish.
That's the
Okay.
reason I hate April Fool's Day,
Why?
because of those edibles.
Oh, yeah.
Did we ever tell that story on the air?
No, we're saving that.
Okay.
We're
That's a
going to
good story.
save that one.
That's
That's
a
a great story.
Great. You know what my favorite part about that story is? Me.
Because you did not believe it.
Because I didn't believe you guys.
Worst part.
Yeah, you know who else didn't believe? My attorney.
No one.
He was
No one.
loaded at a steakhouse in the city,
He's like, what?
and then Jess called and started screaming at him.
Andrew.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Just started screaming at me.
Jess started screaming at you. Thought that you're a sovereign citizen.
You're very easy to yell at, by the way.
Thank you.
Both of you guys are very easy to yell at.
You know, Jess loves Jonathan. She says he has the
great, yeah.
best smile.
He's got a great smile, yeah.
Thank you.
In regards to the meteorites deal,
Yeah.
do you think Tony gets what he wants, or do you think he's going to have to take lower or worse than expected?
I don't know what the expectation is. You know?
Yeah.
Tony's an analytics guy. He's not dreaming of this, crazy, out of control rights deal. He understands the landscape. I think they're going to get a fair value. From the numbers that I've heard, I think it's a very fair value.
Sure.
And they will be in the positive.
Yeah.
They'll be in the black moving forward. It's not. Did you see that thing that they're spending? What is that? $100 million a year, $102 million a year on talent. That is crazy.
That's wild.
I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, hey, that is. You're at like
it was like baseball level.
$100 million salary. I mean, that's for everybody, but that's still insane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who do you think is the top paid guy in AEW?
It has to be Moxley or
Edge.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe Christian.
Probably Moxley. MJF.
I feel like Ospreay's probably making some bank.
Probably not the top guy yet.
Okay.
Jericho.
Sure. Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the Bucks get paid twice, right?
I think it's all one package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's do 2 more, and then we're out of here.
Mercedes is doing. This is from Mengetsu. Mercedes is doing the rounds this morning in New York, and she was on Fox 5.
Oh, good. See, very important.
Yeah.
With Rosanna Escato.
I think she's gonna win.
Rosanna Escato? Yeah. She's great.
Brandon Cutler has got 2 jobs. Brandon Cutler not on. Where's him and Colt? Where have him and Colt Cabana been?
Where is Colt Cabana?
Yeah, is Colt Cabana still with the company, or is he just like kind of fizzled out? There's a lot of guys that like disappeared. You know?
Yeah.
Like where's Pineapple Pete?
I think he's gone.
Right, Peter Avalon.
Yeah, he's gone.
You know, like there's a lot of guys that are just like not around.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of like, oh, what happened? What happened to these gentlemen?
Yeah.
Well, some of those guys appear on ROH, and since we don't really follow ROH,
yeah, we don't really cover ROH. Dude, guess what? We didn't do that back in the day either.
Yeah, we never did. I mean, little bit, big stuff we spoke about, but nothing.
This is from Kurumina Rico. This is going back to the pizza conversation. Imagine worrying about anything but New Haven.
New
pizza.
New Haven is the best.
I haven't had it yet. We still got to take a trip up to New Haven.
Yeah, we have to do that this summer. New Haven pizza is considered the best. I had a fantastic pie yesterday.
Oh yeah, where?
Joe's on Broadway.
Joe's on Broadway.
Yeah,
where on
Midtown.
Broadway? Okay.
It was fantastic. What a great, perfect crust, great New York slice. It was almost like how you remember pizza.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like Brick Oven has taken like that kind of place.
Yeah.
This was unbelievable nostalgia pizza. Fantastic.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I haven't had pizza
Do
in a
y'all
while.
get y'all pizza well done?
Yeah. I always order well done.
Yeah, me too.
But I didn't do it with this one, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I look at the photos, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to do well done.
Okay. They can do it already.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not hit or miss, but most places I feel like you have to tell them.
Where do you think the pizza Liv dropped on the floor was from?
Where was that pizza from? She dropped it at, probably by Penn Station. Probably Rose's.
Yeah, it was probably like a Penn Station pizza.
Yeah.
Listen, those Penn Station pizzas, man, they used to come in a clutch.
Oh,
coming back from a show, getting all
Loaded.
wasted, and then just like...
And you order way too many.
Oh, yeah.
Too many slices.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. This is from Corey Richmond. When do you think NXT will use Joe Hendry again?
Probably I don't know. I hope later. Soon. He's a good act. Let's do 2 more, and we're out of here.
Okay.
Quick ones.
This is from MJG. If 15 guys make what Okada makes, that's 4 million times 15, which is 60 million alone on 15 guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if that number is accurate.
What does Okada make now? Like, is Okada top guy?
Oh, Okada has to be a top
You would think
guy.
so, right?
Yeah. I think they paid him good. I mean, listen, 60 million is far more realistic than 100 million. I mean, that is high. If that is the full number, that's a lot of money you're spending on talent.
Do you know, this is a side note. Do you know what Marlon Brando made for Superman?
No, what?
He made, I watched like a little mini documentary about this. He made $3.5 million
for Superman.
And negotiated 11% on the back end.
Wow.
So his total came out to 19 million.
Wow.
His screen time was 20 minutes.
Wow.
Richard Donner in an interview said, I was disgusted by the amount of money Marlon Brando made for Superman. But then I started working with him on set and thought to myself, they didn't pay this guy enough.
Wow. That's incredible.
How wild is that? 20 minutes of screen time. This dude fucking
made $20 million.
Yeah, murdered it. Let's see. It's from Hiron's Gaming. Do AEW have the option to freeze contracts when people refuse creative? Is that even legal? Is that a thing?
They could freeze a contract when you are not working.
I feel like that's like a classic wrestling thing, right? Like if you were, let's say if you were MJF and I was Hangman,
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, listen, what about this finish? Like, I fucking clothesline you into next
Yeah.
week and you're not on TV for 3 weeks. You would have the right to be like, doesn't work for me, brother.
I don't know. I don't know the legal standpoint on that. I know with injuries, they can't freeze a contract during injury. That's why Rey Mysterio was like, remember?
Oh my God, yeah.
They added so much to his time. I don't know. That's a good question, though. I can find out.
Apparently, Japanese news reported that Okada's making $4 million a year.
Yeah, but I don't know how accurate.
Okay. Also, guys, a little side note before we get out of here. We are not going to be around for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, we're taking a little break.
Taking a little break, so enjoy this 500th episode.
Yeah, so
watch it over and over again.
4th of July weekend, obviously, is next week.
Yeah.
And then the following week, I am gone.
Yeah.
Mets? Why do I have Mets tickets here?
You buying Mets tickets right
now?
No,
I have it on my calendar. I was supposed to go to the Mets on the 11th.
Uh-oh.
So I'm away the following week. So we'll be back on the 19th.
Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks, guys.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah, let's do one more and we're out of here.
Okay, guys, make it a good one. It doesn't have to be a super chat. We got to 500 and we're calling it quits.
Yeah, that's it. We're out of here. See you later.
We're done. Check out that video package, guys. Roll it, MG.
We should just end with it again. Well, and we will get something by the end of the weekend of just the package up on our YouTube for everyone to see with all the clips.
Make sure you get everybody in there. Full clips of everybody in there.
Obviously, just to pull the curtain back, this was while we wait for a question. This was MG fell asleep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Pretty
woke
much.
up and said it needs to be cleaned up. So then I spent 2 hours cleaning it up. And
Okay.
those were only the clips MG got to before he fell asleep.
Oh,
So
brother.
I just cleaned up the fall asleep, but we will get it all together.
Wonderful.
Those were the
Thank
ones
you.
that were in that file.
Can we lower the volume a little bit too?
Yeah,
That'd be great.
lower the
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
There were 7 clips in that folder, by the way. You had to refresh it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, my back.
MJG, happy 500th. Have a drink at an undisclosed location for me. $9.99. Perfect. Thank you.
That MG's burner.
Oh, I know who that is. I know who MJG is. I know who
Michael
that
Jordan?
is. It's Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan or Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, I know who that is. Naughty boy, MJG.
Oh, is that one of the peoples?
I know him.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You gonna tell me who he is after this?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Mets fan forever?
It's somebody.
Brandon's
Dolphin.
back.
It's Dolphin. Remember Dolphin? All right, one more. Thank you, MJG.
This is good. You
Yeah.
have to cast AEW wrestlers as Batman villains.
Oh,
You have to cast AEW wrestlers as Batman villains. Who you going for?
definitely. Danhausen, great Batman villain.
I think the question was, who would you make? Like, let's say, who would be the Penguin?
Oh, who would be the Penguin?
Yeah,
Who would be the Joker?
that's a good question.
MJF.
You know what? I'll go Kenny.
Kenny would be the Joker. Chris Jericho would be the Penguin.
Okay. Why? Why is that?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's kind of funny. I like that. I like that.
Just a funny look.
Riddler.
Oh, the Riddler would be. Oh man, the Riddler. I don't know. That's a good one.
I would do Danhausen for the Riddler.
Danhausen for the Riddler.
Yeah.
I think Danhausen could be his own character.
Yeah. Oh, you know who I'd make the Riddler? RJ City.
RJ City would be a great
RJ City would be a
Riddler.
great Riddler.
Don Cal says Hugo Strange.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
What about Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze?
Chill out.
It's always Arnold, right?
It's just Arnold.
It's just always
Straight up
Arnold.
Arnold. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I can't believe that big man did that. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My wife, she frozen.
When we go to the bar, that's what I'm going to say. Who's bartending today?
I don't know. Jay. Jay's probably.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I'm gonna say nice to meet you to Jay.
That's fantastic.
Jay's great. I love that.
It was who I thought it was.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Naughty boy.
Share the secret.
Yeah, naughty boy.
Was it is it Kyle?
No, not Kyle.
Kyle, you taking us
I don't think you know this person. I just have a lot of mutual friends with him. And
Okay.
He likes to go to the undisclosed location.
Brian Cage and Mr. Freeze?
Brian Cage. No, he's just Wolverine. He just walks in
Okay.
wrong. It's like a weird crossover.
Brian Cage could be Bane.
Yeah. Bane.
Big.
And then when he's like, when the juice is out, it's Danhausen. It's like a Danhausen.
When the juice is out.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about the Bane juice.
Yeah, the Bane
Venom.
juice. Yeah.
Not the juice.
No, Venom.
MJF is Riddler. I don't know about that.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
All right, boys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are out of here. I am going to the Garden tonight. If you see me at the Garden, say hello. I'll be with my children.
You can look, but you can't touch.
You can look, but you can't touch.